Hey everybody, welcome to photo share and discussion number 103. I apologize for the late notification of this. I did that, I think, at 8 o'clock this morning. It's been kind of a hectic week, but I did post it, and we are here. And I think Joe is there, although I hear like TV and I hear food being cooked or something, but I don't see Joe D, but I'm sure he'll join in as soon as he finishes up whatever it is he is doing there in Hot Phoenix, I guess. Hey, there's Simi. Hey, Simi.
Somehow we got lost.
Oh, hey, Wes.
Hello.
Hey. Everybody found my instantaneous hangout.
Yeah.
It looks like Simi is driving the bus or something here. Come on, he's earning a little extra money for some new lenses. Hey, there's Joe. Hey, all right. There we go.
Hey, Mark, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Your stream popped on, and I heard you preparing food, but I didn't see you, so I figured
yeah, that's what.
Dinner was on its way.
Man, I don't know what the hell. I went and worked out this morning like I usually do on a Sunday, and I cannot stop eating, man. I have been trying to quench this thing. You know, I don't know. Does that ever happen to you or what?
Oh yeah, all the time. Hey, look at that! A live picture of Simi. Looks like he's in a bus going somewhere.
Whoa, we actually have a face. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. I think I'm proposing he's driving a bus to earn a little extra money for some new lenses or something. That's what I think.
I know. Well, he's in Chicago, right?
Yes, for Ignite or something. So.
What is that?
I don't know.
I'm not familiar.
I looked it up. It's like a Microsoft conference, some sort of thing.
Okay. Cool.
Something for Microsoft.
Just be careful, don't get burned. Oh, sorry. That's bad.
I knew I. Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, man.
But see, Mark's quick on his feet, man.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
He's had enough nutrition. See, I haven't had enough nutrition.
Yeah. So it looks like Simi's done a tour bus.
Guys.
Hey, going well. So are you cruising down Lakeshore Drive?
No, I'm not. I'm not allowed to drive.
Where are you at? You're in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Are you doing a tour, or are you just getting from one place to another?
Yeah, I'm coming back from the convention center right now. Going back to the hotel.
All right. Cool. From South Michigan to North Michigan Avenue, probably, huh?
Yep. That is correct.
Mm-hmm. Cool. How long are you in Chicago? All week, or?
Yep, all week till Friday.
Wow. Cool. You gonna get some time for some photography?
Yeah, I just requested. I made a new camera purchase.
Oh,
This is not to replace, but yes, I do have a mirrorless.
Oh, you got a mirrorless. You got a mirrorless.
Yep.
Oh man, poor guy.
What'd you get?
Sony A6000.
Oh, okay. It did go mirrorless. There we go.
Yeah.
It dropped down to 450.
Poor guy. Boo. Probably rooted for Mayfield.
Yeah.
Mayweather.
So who won? Who won the fight? I didn't even know.
Yeah, Mayweather. Yeah.
48-0 now, or something like that.
What was that?
Is he 48-0 now?
Yeah.
Poor guy. Man,
yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, he whooped him pretty good. I mean, you know, it wasn't that great a fight. I didn't think. It was pretty defensive. You know, it's like watching a defensive football game, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people just might not be into that, you know, but others might think it's just the greatest football game ever. So.
Yeah. Huh. So did you go to a bar or buddy's house to watch it, or how did you?
No,
Oh, okay. Joe has connections.
You know me, Mark.
Pay-per-view, sort of.
Yeah.
Somebody else paid and Joe viewed.
Oh man. Well, cool. So, all right, Simi. So you got an A6000. Now, did you get a lens to go with this camera?
Yeah, I picked up a Sigma 30 millimeter for $200.
Okay, so that's the equivalent of a 60, right? Yeah. Or no, is it an APS-C
45,
size
yeah.
sensor?
No, it's APS-C, so it's
Mhm.
about 50 millimeters.
Okay, real close to 50. Okay. Cool. Good.
I haven't got the proper insurance on the other gear yet, so I figured, well, even if I brought the other camera and one lens, that's still three grand possibly gone
Mhm. Yeah.
if anything happens with it, or $600.
Yeah. So I think I'll go $600. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
choice. Cool. Plus, it's a lot more portable too.
What was that?
A lot more portable. A lot easier to carry around with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm liking the picture quality, but not the actual camera itself.
Mm.
It's like I'm holding a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awful
see,
small.
that's-
Yeah.
He
Okay.
knows.
Whatever.
Sim already knows Ramana. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he just gave me all the fuel I needed right there, man. That's no, but honestly, that's my problem with it. It's like God, I like holding something, you know, kind of like a woman. I like a thick woman. You know what I'm saying?
After about 30 minutes, my hand starts cramping up, and
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That, and you know what?
it's got a small grip.
That's the similar problems that people ran into with video cameras.
Yeah.
When video cameras, when they went from, big shoulder camera. Now, don't get me wrong, your media still has those big cameras, but consumer cameras, when they went from those big shouldered ones to the small ones that you just had in your, people, it was really hard to steady your camera. They were small. They had a lot of features, but yeah, over long-term use.
Knobs and buttons are close together too.
Yeah. No, I agree. It is definitely a more compact thing. It fits. My hand is probably. I wouldn't want to have the little Olympus that I have now with any bigger hands than I have. It fits me fine. I have to make some adjustments to get used to it, but I'm used to it now. But if my hands were any bigger, I could see it being a real problem.
Now, Mark, I'm real curious because you didn't have like the fanciest camera, and then you didn't have like the battery grip and all that other stuff. Outside of the lens, how much heavier is the actual camera?
But if you just took the body to body, the actual camera's probably about 50 to 75% heavier.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
the lenses twice as heavy at least for equivalent
the
focal range. Yeah.
The lenses, I kind of figured.
Yeah, when you add those two together, it adds up being quite a bit. And like I said, if my hands were any bigger than they are, it would be a real challenge. But I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours today at the car show, taking all different angles, and I started to get used to the camera, and I did not get any cramps or feel uncomfortable with it. But it does take a little while to get used to it. The buttons are closer together, like Simi said.
Now, I wonder, of course, this is going to vary model to model, so perhaps the model that Sim has, it's not quite as thick finger friendly, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's small. It's smaller than Mark's.
Yeah. And one of the reasons
his OMD, I think, is a little larger.
Yeah, it's a little larger. And the thing I like about the OMD is it's still got the dials, so you can set those, and they do, they fit, the finger pretty good. So from that standpoint, that's why I wanted to go with the OMD, because I had the OM1, the film camera, which was really small for a 35 millimeter SLR, and I was comfortable shooting that. And UMD is just a tiny bit smaller than that, really. So very good. So here we got the hotel. Let's see.
Yeah, what are we looking at here?
Oh, there's Chicago Transit Authority, the L. He's in the loop right now.
Yeah, he's on that. Yeah.
What street is this, Sammy? There's the CVS. I was on that street. I can't remember the street. We were there this summer. We were up there this summer. We spent like 2 days just walking around the entire city. It was great. Yeah, the Loop area.
See, I need to go there as Joe Tourist because I've been there many, many, many times, but as Joe Truck Driver, and
Yeah.
so I need to go as.
Pain in the ass to be Joe Truck Driver in the city, I think.
I would imagine it's more of a pain in the ass to be Joe Truck Driver, exactly.
Yeah. But,
Joe Tourist, a lot more fun, and Joe Tourist single tourist would be a lot more fun, I imagine.
Yeah, probably. Probably true. Yep. That's true. All right, so Joe didn't buy a new camera. Sim, you bought a new camera. How about Wes? Well, Wes bought a new house. So
yeah, no,
pretty
top
much tops
that.
us all.
Yeah, top that, bitches.
So much for dials and buttons.
Yes. and he didn't go micro 4/3 either, biatch. He got full size.
3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Oh, actually, the house deal has fallen through, unfortunately.
Oh,
that's a bummer.
The appraisal came in too low. Couldn't make it work out. So.
Yeah, that's always the challenge sometimes.
hey, that happens. Yeah, that's part of it, man. So you said this is your first house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Any number of things can happen in a deal, you know. It's not just a matter of okay, make sure our bills are low to none, make sure credit score is good, make sure income's good. It's just so much more than that.
Yeah, there's a lot of we had one kind of fall through on our first. No, it was actually the second home we were buying. Yeah, we were just moving when we were moving to Chicago.
Hey, you know, Sim, that's actually a great shot right above you.
Yeah.
That looks like
it's a big city, man.
One of the buildings he shot, like from a
street photography.
Yeah, that's actually that was actually a pretty cool shot right there, man.
It looks like it's fairly warm in Chicago today. It must be in the 60s.
Oh, don't even tell me about warm.
Well, are you like 100 right now? Aren't you about 100?
Oh, it's if it ain't 100, it's as close as it can get to 100. It's right now it's 94.
Okay, yeah, it's cooling off a little bit.
Yeah, that's like nothing. Yeah.
Man, yeah, we had a nice weekend today. It was about 80 yesterday, 75 yesterday, and about 80 today, and really dry. For us, it's unusual to be this dry.
You know, this is my first. Well, this is only my second summer, but my first like full going through all 4 seasons here, and my first summer working out outside. I didn't work out last summer, and so now that we've already had a taste of a couple $100 degree days, $100 days, it's going to be tough to work out outside.
Yeah.
That's for
well,
sure.
you're going to have to. Are you going to try when you first get home in the morning? Is that going to be that's probably the coolest part of the day.
I typically do try. Yeah, I know even the coolest part can still be triple digits. I tried doing that, and I'm going to see how long I can do that because I can remember it never getting below like 95 sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
a high of 115 and a low of 95. It's a dry heat, though. Come on.
It's a dry heat, and that's what's even worse, man. Is the hydration. You know, I'm not used to carrying anything, so.
Yeah. You might need to get one of those little hydration belts or something, or.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out, or just start working out in the gym.
Yeah. Well, it's really bad. Or do a couple days outside, rest inside. You know, kind of balance it out a little bit.
Yeah, I went out early. Sundays I do typically go out, you know, and wake the roosters up and go work out. I mean, I usually do get up pretty early, and so that was just fine. Today was just fine, but I can't do that all the time, you know. So we'll see.
Oh, there we are, hotel hallway.
Look at that.
Exciting.
Yes.
Live action.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Looks like he's in his room.
Yeah, he's in the room.
Got the security lock on. He's got the thing over.
You know, Sim, this is actually that's a similar shot to what I've seen you do.
There we go. The Starbucks out of the way. And it's probably not free hotel Wi-Fi, or is it like $20 a day?
No, it's actually free Wi-Fi.
It's
But
free in the $200 a night room.
I was on cellular when we were in the bus.
That's not too bad, really.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Decent coverage. So.
And it didn't drop. That was good.
No, we didn't get any drops at all. So it's good.
Well, it's cool to actually see a face, man. I've
Yeah.
never seen him, so that's pretty cool. Oh, no, okay, there we are.
He does. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, you're a good-looking guy, Sam, but you do look pretty badass in your profile pic there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
with those sunglasses on. I mean, that's like something out of the Matrix.
That's true. There was
semi-Matrixy.
a little Denzel-ish, you know,
Yeah.
with the glasses on and everything, you know. And then
Those
reality. Then we get a
Those
dose of
Ray-Bans.
reality, you know. It's just like he's just like us, just some ugly dude, man. You know,
Just some dude with gray hair. Like
just
us.
just like the rest of us.
Well, Joe doesn't have any hair. Joe's got a little bit of hair.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
It's coming out of your nose and your ears.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it like falls off your head and it does a whole back, nose, ears thing. I don't know what that's all about. But
What I was telling Wes before was I want Nikon to come out with a mirrorless camera that's in the same size body as a 750 or narrower, but the same height, same grip.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
you know, and
A full frame mirrorless.
I think that's coming. I really do.
Yeah,
I
think so too.
like that
Sony's
is.
got it. Sony's got it. It's just a matter of Nikon or Canon.
But that is true.
Everybody's-
Yeah. Sony does
Everybody's
make
racing to go smaller, and not everybody wants to go smaller.
Yeah.
just lighter, right?
Yeah, lighter.
Yeah. Now you can reduce. You can have the pretty much the same external dimensions, but still cut a lot of weight by getting rid of the mirror. I mean that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think even that Sony one is skinnier, if you will.
Yeah.
I think
It is because you don't have to have the space for the mirror, so they're like, well, we got rid of the mirror. Let's scrunch it up a little bit.
right. If I remember right, I think that one's skinnier.
There we go. Okay.
It is.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. Yeah.
All right. So it's got a.
Look at my fingers. It's like I can just barely
Yeah.
do 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a huge change for you from your Nikon.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's
but it works. The camera's beautiful. Pictures are beautiful so far from what I can see on the. I haven't blown them up yet.
But it's a 24 megapixel sensor, so.
Yep. So it should be good.
Yeah.
Sony's been doing a heck of a job with their cameras. I mean, I have not heard any complaints about that camera. It's just my personal preference on the size. Like I like,
Yeah, I still don't like the Sony menu system. It's similar to when I used to have an old Sony bridge camera.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That has been some complaints about the menu system. It's just they pack so much stuff in there, and so to get to stuff that enthusiast photographers want, you've got to dig down through 3 or 4 levels of stuff to get there. A lot of times.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of dials or switches on this thing. So.
Yeah, I mean you just got one dial on the top, right? A mode dial, and then everything else is accessed off of the buttons.
Yeah, but a mode dial. Then I have one dial that I can program for whatever I want.
Okay.
And then they have that thing on the back that acts as a dual, like menu side to side, but it also scrolls.
Oh, that little spinny thing, yeah. I've got that on the Canon, on the little power shot. It's got the same little thing. It's got a little dial that you can spin, and it's
Yeah, you can spin. Sometimes
so easy to spin it without wanting to spin it.
What camera is that again? What the Sony what?
See this
A6000.
Oh, A6000.
This thing on the back here.
Yep. Oh, that's
You can either directional or you can spin it. But sometimes when you want to spin it, you can do the directional, or you want to do directional and you'll wind up spinning it.
Because there's no specific buttons for left, right, up, and down. It's just a dial with detents or whatever to go one way or the other, plus the spinning. Ooh.
Yeah, anytime they combine one thing to do 2 different jobs, it never works out too well.
Yeah, both suffer usually. Yeah. It's Hey, Rui, welcome.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Hey, Roy.
Good. So yeah, Sim just got a new A6000. He's going mirrorless. The whole world's going mirrorless.
Not because I wanted to, but that was a price drop. It's like $450. How can you pass that up?
Was it 600? Is that what it was?
I am showing some battery grips for that camera.
Yeah, they probably do make a battery grip for the A6000.
Yeah, I'm showing, and it does definitely add some substance to it. Plus, there's something about it being wireless or something.
Oh, okay. Now, is the A6000? Does it have? It's got Wi-Fi, right?
Yes.
Wi-Fi capable, so you can dump it to a Sony app on your phone or something like that.
Yeah, it says. I was looking at the menus. It said send to camera, or you can send it to a Wi-Fi network. So.
Okay, yeah, that's what the the E10 that I have does that as well, and it works pretty good. I took a couple shots today and just sent it to my phone. I didn't do anything with them once I did it, but it worked. So, so I could see if you're out and about and you want to just share something pretty quickly, you can just dump it right to your phone and then upload it. Share it on Flickr or Google Plus or whatever. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is the A7S.
Oh, okay. That's the one that can see in the dark, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I think
Isn't it like 200,000 ISO, something like that.
yeah, it's just I didn't.
Crazy sensor.
Yeah, those bad boys are still a little too expensive for me.
Yeah, they're about 2,400 or so, right? Isn't that about it for that?
Yeah, I think the lowest end is still like 1,500, and the other ones are in the 2,000s.
Yeah, the A7 is 13 to 15, something like that. Yeah. I thought about it, and I was like, that's a little more than I want to spend. Plus, there's a relatively limited range of native lenses for it. You can fit almost any lens on the camera, but you start running into getting some, cropping and that type of stuff with it. So.
Now, this one will work out. This one will be my camera that'll get me into places where they think, oh no, you can't come in here with that professional camera.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. That
really.
Is true.
Yeah. It's we all know it's not about the camera; it's the person that's actually operating the camera that knows. But
what's cracked me up too is that I've had a lot of cases where they said I had to take my big lens off and I could put my little 50 or 16 to 35 on there. Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, take off that white lens.
Yeah.
And put on the.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, because this lens far less professional than those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but that's for people that aren't photographers. All they know is that all the professional photographers that they see on the sidelines of the games or at events have big cameras with white lenses.
Yeah.
Or big lenses, and so that's what they just figure that must be a professional camera. Although you can get just as good as shots with any camera if you know what the heck you're doing. In a lot of cases, you get some very good shots with any camera. You don't need a huge camera with a giant $10,000 lens. Although that helps. I mean, that gives more options.
Yeah, depending on what you're doing, it can help. But in my case, for those types of it absolutely. What happened was the particular security guard caught me when I was actually trying to shoot something with the big lens, just because I wanted that particular compression.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily have to have the big lens on there. I just was kind of playing around with this particular water fountain at different angles, and so I wanted that with the background it had, and I wanted that background really compressed. And so he comes up and stops me, and so I was getting like a vibe that he had a problem with the size. So I was like, what about these two? Oh yeah, those are fine. And I'm like, sweet. Okay.
It's not about the camera, it's the size of the lens that matters.
So I'm like, no problem, man. I'll take this lens off and I'll just use this other one, and not a problem.
I'll use my other $1,000 lens.
Exactly. I'll use the other lens with the red stripe around it, you idiot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Maybe he thought you like had a telescopic lens that could see through the building or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I have also heard though that like some buildings are copyrighted, and so they don't want you to shoot particular buildings. But it seems I've had a lot of problems with shopping centers that have private security. All I got to do is take that camera out of the bag, and I swear I'll be kicked out of there. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's one of those things that as soon as you get in the shopping center parking lot, you're on their property, and they can tell you to do whatever they want, but it's stupid.
It honestly makes no sense, and I still can't make any sense of it. Why would you not want me taking pictures of your shopping center and posting those on the internet to give you free publicity, you idiot? Like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me, but
Yeah.
you know.
We were doing a photo walk in Atlanta here, and it's a pretty cool building, and we were off the sidewalk. We were technically on their property, and the guy comes around and he's like, "Sorry, you can't take pictures." And we stepped back 2 feet. And we're like, "Okay, now we can take pictures." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess you can." I was like, "Nothing changed. We're on the sidewalk. We're 2 feet back. We're literally one step back, and you can't do anything."
No, the only thing that changed, Mark, is that you knew, and he knew that he was a douche.
Yeah. Well, he did his job.
Pretty much the only thing.
He knew that he could tell his boss that he did his job and told him to get off of the property.
Yeah,
So he did. He didn't care after that. He's like, whatever. You're on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Take pictures.
What a douche. What a douche. You know.
Yeah. It's funny though. It's like, okay, we'll just step back onto the sidewalk here, 2 feet back, and we'll take the same picture.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah. I'm still taking the same picture, you idiot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I did. It just cracked me up because I'm like, I actually want to shoot her with these lenses, but dumbass, I had the big one on there to play around with, and that's the one you had problems with.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Carry on. All right, these are the ones I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
Yeah.
That was that particular deal was at least about 5 years ago. I would bet that more people know about things like that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be as easy to do that now as you did back then.
Yeah.
Probably be a little more difficult. So, cool. Well, we got a few images posted. I'm gonna dive in there. I know Simi's posted a few. He's got a couple good ones in there. It looks like Wes posted a couple. I posted one from this morning, I think.
Oh, I forgot to post. I could post a.
Yeah, go on. Post one, Joe. Let's go. I don't know. Everybody see that? This is the last one from last week, I think. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. That was.
Nice shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
No,
nice.
it was. Yeah.
Very cool. Very nice. And now we go from that to.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet. Yeah.
Cow tongue.
Yeah.
You have to lick it before you click it. Where was this? This is fun. Okay.
This was there were three of us. We went out to the local farm and where I live, not too far from where I live, about 5-10 minutes away. And they had some small calves, this was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, the cows must have thought we had food or something because they kept coming sticking their heads through the gate.
Uh-huh.
And the lady there, actually her lens, that was just before the cow actually licked her lens.
Oh my God.
Hopefully it's
And the lens-
weatherproof. Huh? Cow-proof.
The lens is all sticky and slimy. She couldn't so
Yeah.
she had to. She couldn't use that one for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Cow snot on it.
Yeah. I mean, just that like thick. Yeah. They've got like some really thick stuff too, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you just slimed my camera. You know, like you slimed it.
That was cool. I got it just at the right time where it's
Uh-huh.
Got some nice angles and implied lines and stuff going on there.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. I like her arms. She's kind of, I guess, using her left arm to kind of balance her with her right, because she's probably kneeling down, I guess. Yeah.
She was trying to coax it to stick its tongue out again, and then it was going to, and then she recoiled it back. That's why it's.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. That's a good one in black and white. Now I don't know if the hot chick at the end of the adding a hot chick on the back over here. Black and white.
No, I tell you, I can tell you right how and where to place that hot chick.
Oh yeah, I could too.
Oh my goodness.
To make this photo more interesting.
In some circles, it would be a lot more interesting. Alternative photography, they call that.
Yeah.
That's called the wild side of photography.
That's the wild side, man.
That's a good one. Black and white is great because obviously the cow is, and you got some nice shadows and stuff, and that's good. Yeah, that's a fun shot there. That's a very fun shot. Door and window. So this one was this a single shot?
Yep, that was the same place.
Okay.
I actually had a few shots from there. There's an old rusted truck that I've got some shots of too.
Okay.
Just haven't posted them yet.
It's great because the colors and the reflection. You got the yellow, the green, just totally weathered. I mean, it just tells a big story here.
And you can even see the sky in the window reflection.
Mm-hmm. In the top part of the panes there.
Yeah. This is a nice little scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have any hot naked chicks though, so
Okay.
to come out of the doorway.
Yes. See, that's the part that's
Yeah. Open the door and have the hot chick leaning. Yeah, I mean,
Just have her legs sticking out in her head. That's it.
yeah.
I've done a shoot actually with the background like that, very similar. Yeah. Actually, it was a high school senior picture that I did, very similar. The way you framed this building, this could be any older building in any older part of town.
Mm-hmm.
Even in New Mexico, where I'm previously resided, that could be an old adobe building that's fallen apart, and a lot of those buildings had painted doors and so forth, just like that, and really interesting.
Multiple layers of paint that are fading through. And,
exactly, yeah.
Different
Very,
colors.
very interesting.
Lots of texture on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's neat. So did you bump up the contrast or sharpness or clarity or something on this? It looks like there's a
little bit of contrast, some local sharpening in certain areas, mainly in the door and around where the concrete is really weathered to bring that out. Okay. And then just saturated the yellows. Okay. And the green, and the red somewhat. Okay. Yeah. No, it's a nice red, green, and yellow right here. That's nice. Yeah. That's a lot going on there, and it's well put together. Very nice. Rear window. So this is that truck you're talking about? Yeah, but that's one of them. I have a couple more shots of it. This is through the back of the window of the little see-through window in the truck. Mm-hmm. And you can see the barn through it. Mm-hmm. And then you get a little detail of that's inside the truck, and then a little reflection from the rear of the truck. So yeah, so you got the trees and stuff reflecting in the rear, the power pole. It's kind of framed with the rusted paint around it. Yep. So it gave it a nice little frame there. Yeah, kind of a built-in frame. Yeah. And 24 to 105. Okay. 4. Very nice. Yeah, that's a neat. You got the nice the lines of the
the reflection of the power line and then the actual power line outside too.
Yes.
Kind of continue on, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. Silver effects, or just in Lightroom?
That was all done in Lightroom.
Okay. Very nice. A nice one. Cheeha Meerkat,
Mhm.
Albany, Georgia.
Yeah. We went there a couple weeks ago for the Indian festival they have there, and
Oh, okay.
they got a little wild animal park, and the meerkats are always fun to watch. So,
Yeah, they're very interested in anybody that's looking at them, I think.
I was mainly shooting film that day, but I had my J1 with me also, and I just dropped the film off to be developed this past week, so
Okay,
I'll get it back in a few days.
cool. Yeah, post some of those. But yeah, this is a fun one. At 86, so it's probably equivalent of like 250 or 300.
Yeah, it's like a 2.7 crop.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got him looking right at you.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just now seeing it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I always like their eyes.
Yeah. Their eyes are very engaging, I guess. Yeah, they're just so concentrating on what they're looking at. And they're hyper little things too. I mean, they're always twitching, aren't they? I mean, it's probably really tough to get them.
Yeah, they like run up to the top of the rock, look around, and then like run back down again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 500th of a second at f8, so ISO 1600. Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice shot. Nice. Pretty sharp. I mean, you can see the individual hairs on the coat. So.
Even though that sensor is really small, it does really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed with it.
It's a pretty good little camera. And it's, what is it, like 10 times, so it's like a 3 times zoom basically, huh? Yeah. No, 6.
Yeah,
It's 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, 90 to 300, something like that. 90 to 360. Yeah. 4 or 5 times zoom. Yeah. That's nice. It's a good little shot.
I got a 10 to 30 also for it.
Okay. Ooh, I love the colors on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I finally bit the bullet and downloaded the Creative Cloud thing today, so
Oh,
this is
okay.
my first panoramic in it, done in Lightroom.
So you stitched how many photos together to get this?
There's 11. It's
Wow.
probably too many, but I just shot a bunch just to be sure.
Okay.
Is that the new house, Wes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, this is nice. So this is 11 shots, huh? So how big was the file when you got done?
As a JPEG, it was like 36 megabytes. I didn't upload that one. It's like 14,000 pixels by 5,300 something
Okay.
pixels.
All right. Sweet. Yeah, I haven't done the upgrade yet with the panorama. I probably should do that.
So, how did you break down the pictures? How is that breaking down? Because it's 11. I would imagine 10, but like, where does the 11th one come in?
I didn't really measure it out or anything. I just, shot, moved the camera a little bit, or, tilt. I was on a tripod, and I just swiveled the tripod a little bit, shot again, swivel the tripod, shot again.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to have to download that because travel, it'd be fun to do like a 360 panorama, type thing. Get up on a mesa or something out west and just go around.
So did you stitch them together actually in Lightroom with that new update, or no?
Yep. Just highlight all 11 and say merge to panorama.
Wow.
It did it automatically.
How long did it take processing?
It took a minute or two.
Okay.
I have a pretty hot computer here, but it still hit it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Did it do the corrections as well?
Yeah, it gives you 3 different options as far as the how it stitches them together. I guess as far as the perspective and
Huh.
This was the third option, and it just happened to give the right perspective, so I just went with it.
Cool. No, I mean it looks.
That's
I mean the
awesome.
lines. You get a little bit. Looks like a little bit of bowing over here, a little bit on this side, but I mean
Yeah.
the lines are pretty good. I mean that's way more than acceptable. I
Yeah,
mean,
oh yeah, it's perfectly fine.
there you go. There's your real estate photography business, Wes, right there.
There it
Yeah,
is,
I'm
man.
starting to work on it.
Yeah,
I really want to try to pursue that.
yeah. No, I think
Good,
that's
good.
Yeah, this is a great tool to do it too, because then you can get you get yourself a nice fast wide angle prime or something, and then go in and zap them, shoot off 8 or 10 and then put it together.
Right.
Create the
I'm,
image.
I'm curious. Did you decide to go HDR with it as well?
No, I mean I like really saturated images, so that's how I tend to edit things, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not HDR.
Okay.
Cool. No, it's very nice. The colors are great. It's the difference between the red tile roof and the I don't know, whatever it is, sand or whatever, adobe color on the
Yeah, it's like a stucco or something.
yeah. That's a nice contrast, and then the sky is great. Nice blue sky
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
trees. Very nice reflections in the windows up top. Yeah, it's a nice shot.
This used to be a hotel about 100 years ago.
Okay.
It's now a city building.
Mhm.
The city of Gainesville, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. That's nice. That's a nice thing. I'm gonna have to download that feature. I opened up Lightroom this morning, and it's you want to download the latest update? And
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I kept looking.
Remind me
into it.
later. I haven't done it yet. So now I need to.
Oh, that came out this morning?
No, it
last
came out.
week.
Yeah, it's
It
been
came out
a
last
little while.
week or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'll download it and go out and try a couple panoramic shots and see what happens. You know.
I tried a few HDRs, and so far I'm not impressed, but I don't have that much.
Oh, does it have an
experience
HDR? Does it have a built-in HDR feature?
It
Okay.
does,
Yeah.
yeah. HDR and the panorama stitching were the big new
Oh.
features in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll probably still use HDR effects. That's what I've been using is the Nik HDR effects
Mhm.
for the few HDRs that I do. I tend to do more like landscape HDRs, and it does. I've got a couple settings in it, and it works pretty well. That's nice. That's nice that the panoramic feature works. You pretty much just dump in the images, hit go, and
Yeah.
get a
I
cup
was
of
happy
coffee,
with
and
it.
you're ready to go.
Mhm.
Sweet. Very nice. All right, here's my one image. Well, I guess I've got another one. Yeah, this is my one serious image for the week. Went to the Caffeine and Octane Car Show, the monthly first Sunday of every month. Here in Atlanta.
Finally.
Yes, I finally got there. It's the first time in like 3 months that it's actually been relatively warm and dry.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
show up all the time, but if it's rainy, no cars, no real cars show up. So, and they just moved to a new location in a mall parking lot, so they've got a lot more room and there's a lot more cars. So it should be a good one to go to. But I got up late. Usually I get up about 6:30 and get there right when the show starts. But we were out last night, so I didn't get up until 7:30. So I got there a little bit after 8, and it was already pretty crowded. So I really couldn't get any shots of vehicles that didn't have a bunch of people peering in the cars and that type of stuff. So I just tried to do some detail shots. And it's a fun Roadrunner. I've seen it a few times. I think it's the same car, but I hadn't shot the logo on this.
It's a nice red.
Yeah. Oh, and I bumped up the saturation a tiny bit on this, but not much. I mean, it was red, very red, and very clean. He just got done wiping it down when I got there. So.
How's the inside look? Do you have any pictures of those?
I don't know if I took the inside, but it was pretty much a cherry car. I mean, it was, yeah. He'd probably sell this thing for 60 grand, that type of thing. Very nice car. Pretty much all original. I think it's a 60. I want to say it's a 68. Very nice car. Yeah. But,
Good. And I like the that you can see the Cutlass or whatever that is back there behind it.
Yep.
And the reflection.
I think this is a. If I remember, where is that? I think this is a Chevelle. I
Chevelle, okay.
believe. Chevelle, bright yellow Chevelle convertible. And you can't see me in this shot.
Right.
Very rare. Not see your own reflection when you do these,
Yeah,
that's interesting when you do it. And I looked all over, and I haven't found myself in there. There's some other guy here.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, you can see the other guy. Yeah.
But you couldn't see me. So
Yeah, as long as
the sun was over this way, so maybe that helped.
as long as it's not you, dear God.
Yeah. One way to ruin a picture. Talk about photo bomb. Blow it up. But yeah, so no, nice reflections. The colors are great. I mean, these old, especially the Plymouths and Dodges, with the old, really vivid colors are fun to shoot. So.
Get in, shut up, and hold on.
Yep, it's get in, shut up, and hold on. Fun little car. So I've got a few more. This was just the first one that kind of popped out, so there's probably a couple more I'll post next week once I get a chance to take a look at them. And then this one, see, Pam's been working out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm impressed with her routine, man. That's pretty
working.
sick.
It's working. Yeah. So we were in the beer store buying some beer for Cinco de Mayo. She's like, hey, why don't I? But she wasn't tall enough. She couldn't stand up tall enough to get into the.
Well, speaking of beer and Corona and so forth, they are canning their beer now. Even Corona has caught the aluminum fever.
Wow, that's a good thing, I guess.
Oh, I thought you meant they were canning their beer, like getting rid of it.
Like getting rid of it.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's and actually, if you ever get to a beer store that sells the different versions of Corona, play around with it, because the Mexican Corona is I think a lot better.
Yeah, and this particular store does have both, and they were, while we were there, we saw literally just dollies full of Corona and Tecate and everything just going out the door. I mean, guys buying like 6 cases at a time and dumping it in their pickup trucks. It's like,
well, today's the the big weekend, right? It's
the closest weekend to Cinco de Mayo. But they have 3 or 4 different varieties of Corona, and they do have the stuff in the can. Now that you mention it, they do have. Most of the stuff is still the clear yellow, the clear white bottles.
They are, of course, this being NFL Draft weekend. They have the big NFL Draft parties at most stadiums. Arizona Cardinals being no exception, and they always send me passes to it and everything. They have Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, cool.
They had More Stay in the Time. Various groups like that. And of course, crap, shit, tons of beer. I mean,
100 degrees. And Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, that's a beer.
So
It's great posted. Let's go and share these. But I imagine there's just beer everywhere you went, looking at with beer. Okay, so you got, looks like 3 different versions of the same image. Is that right, Rui?
Oh, is that what he's got
different
here?
Color. Looks like color.
Dora the Explorer.
Oh yeah, I like. Now, how can we tell these apart here? Because is it 3 images? Okay.
The same image, 3 different versions, different edits.
Color. Okay.
So
Yeah, just the color edit.
I like the red and blue of the second one, but her skin tone is too blue. I like the skin tones on the last one.
Yeah, the skin tones on the last one are very nice. The colors in the second one, like you said, Simi, are nice. I like the blue door and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dress, I mean, the red and the blue goes together, but there's a little bit of, I don't know, color bleed, I guess. I don't know how.
She just looks blue.
Yeah. She's having it was a sad day for Dora. But that's the third one all around is, yeah, the skin tones are great, but yeah, the second one is, the colors are very cool on the second one.
Hmm.
And you just did all this in Lightroom, right?
Yeah, just in Lightroom.
Okay.
It was an overall edit instead of something more specific like the skin tone.
Okay.
Just different filters,
Mm-hmm.
just playing around a bit.
Cool.
Yeah, I would just take the second one there, go back with a brush, and just warm her skin up.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be nice.
Yeah, that's a nice.
Yeah, because she's got a cute outfit on, a cute little figure. Her pose is cool. I like that. It's very different.
The shoes match the dress too. That's cool.
Yeah, the background. I like the doors and the reflection of the shadow of the railing there is really cool.
Yeah, it's right to the bullseye.
And there's a lot of there's some texture and stuff, and some coloring and stuff in the doors with the paint. Yeah.
I would bet that even that pole or that wall that she's holding on to, I would bet you could even bring back some of that that's overexposed.
Not really.
No?
So a lot of
Because
graffiti and stuff like that.
you know why? Because in your third image, you can see some nice texture in it and stuff.
Oh yeah, along here.
So I would bet that you could always bring that back.
Yeah.
Within that second image.
Yeah.
Because that's just the filter. The filter you used made that overexposed.
Yeah, so you could just go back in and reduce it. Take an adjustment brush pretty much and just bring it down a half a stop or something. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to play around with the brushes and stuff. You can really manipulate your image. You know, all those different pixels in there are just dying to be messed with. And it's just like you did here. You posted all 3 versions, which is great because now we get to talk about it. You know, the different pieces that we like in each image, and that's just another little tweak that I noticed possibly could happen.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah,
Where'd you find Dora, Rui?
This was during the photo walk we had a few months ago. She was invited by the organization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you shot her before, but that's the same walk. Okay.
Just a bit different spot. Cool. Yep, that's neat to see the 3 different options, and yeah, make number 4 out of number 2, and.
It's very good that you did that because, you know, now anybody that's watching the show that's not necessarily familiar with editing or is just new to it can see what different filters in your whatever program you're using, how it can affect an image.
Yeah. And Lightroom's great. I mean, you just do a couple virtual copies and play around with them and get one you like, and you're good to go. And pretty much endless creative freedom, really. You know, just do a virtual copy, play around with it, and save it and redo it. I mean, there's really no end to what you can do with it. Yeah, that's cool. That's neat. That's a neat series of images. And here's Joe going back to the office.
Yeah, that's me at work. Yeah, it's just a simple little iPhone picture, you know, that I post on Instagram.
Look at that sky, though. Yeah. That's what I miss. Being in the East here is you just lose these kind of skies. That's my favorite part of the West.
Yeah, that's pretty typical for me coming back. That's my view on the way back coming to Arizona, coming to Phoenix. I'm sorry. But yeah, a little adjustments actually in the iPhone.
Okay.
So that's some of the tools that are built into the iPhone app, the photo app, which I thought are pretty good. I mean, some of the apps are, I mean, the tweaks that are actually built into the app aren't bad. So it's cropped a little bit to center that sunrise a little more. and then it's got some a little just maybe another stop of saturation and
Okay. Yeah, the colors a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, and then I darkened it a little bit.
In the front, in the
Yeah,
foreground. Okay.
and that's about it.
Wow. Cool. That's a nice shot. Yeah, sunrise, sunsets, beautiful out there. It's kind of hard to get a bad one out there, I think.
Yeah, no clouds,
Hmm.
and that kind of makes it tough.
Yeah. But this is some nice spotty clouds, nice structure, texture.
Yeah, you know, I wish I knew more about clouds because I know those clouds have a name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's very nice because you get. It seems like a lot of the sunrises or sunsets out there, if you have clouds, it's like this for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's so
Yeah.
dry, but you very rarely get just. It's either completely cloud free, or you get this kind of stuff a lot of times, which is great.
Well, you know, like I think Sim's gotten some really nice ones over the ocean, and you know, it's just a matter of having for sunrises, sunsets. You got to have just a wide area where there's no trees and you can see. And I mean, pretty much every sunset looks like that. Well, you know, in any general area where you can see out, you know,
Yeah.
that's why, you know, sunsets and sunrises over the ocean look so nice because you know, there's no trees blocking your view,
It's the
and, you know,
whole,
so
we've got
forth.
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Well, cool. This is
You can get some
very.
reflections. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's even better. Yeah, because you can get those nice warm reflections off of the water, and then depending on what part of the globe you're in. You know, some water's a deeper blue, and some water's just clear. You know, you get like around where Mexico's at and so forth, and they've got like those beaches where the water's like knee high for so many feet, and then it just goes deep on the beach, and it just really makes for some incredible images. I mean, just. You know, because then when it goes deep, the water is just so blue, and then it just goes shallow, and then you can see those white beaches. It's just really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Good combination. Well, cool. Great show. Thanks everybody for joining in. Appreciate it. And Simi, glad you're having fun in Chicago. It's probably more work than play, I'm sure, but
No fun yet.
no fun yet. He's got his badge.
Yeah. Now,
How many people are at this thing?
Yeah, what are you doing out there? What exactly is that?
Ignite they've combined two of they used to be called TechEd.
Okay.
So TechEd, and they combined something else. It's not Build, because Build was last week, but I think they combined some other developers conference into Ignite. So instead of having 3 different conferences, now they're down to 2.
Okay. And it's Microsoft-specific development, right?
Well, Microsoft development and architecture and infrastructure type stuff.
Okay.
They'll also be going. They have vendors from various other companies, so that when you're not in the lectures, you can go out to the vendor floor and take a look at their products as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah.
It's at the convention center, so there must be a few people there. How many attendees?
Oh, I don't know. It's a bunch of yahoos here.
Okay.
Not Yahoos, Bings.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bings. That's right. There we go. Can't have any Yahoos.
Yeah, they know Yahoos exactly. So that's what you do. You're a web developer, or?
No, not me. I'm a system engineer. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they'll have developers here. They'll have system engineers. They'll have architects. They'll have people who do purchasing and buying here. So it's a wide swath of IT geekery here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
Cool. Well, Chicago's always a fun place, and it looks like the weather's decent there. Are you going to have decent weather this week for the most part?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it should be. I think there's one day where it looks like it's going to rain. I wish
Yeah.
I could have an extra week here because I was born here. I'd like to go back and see where I used to live and some places like that if I had time.
Yeah, yeah. It's a neat city. There's a lot there, and
Yeah.
yeah, we lived there for 8 years, and every time we go back, we find new stuff to do. So it's just a
You know, and it's funny too, because when you live somewhere, Mark, you probably don't do half as much crap as
no,
you do
never
in
do.
just 1 week of visiting
Yeah,
there.
that's exactly right. Wherever you live, you don't know. It's where you
Yeah.
go visit where you know more stuff. It seems like.
And we just drove by Draft Town. They're tearing it down now.
Oh, that's right. Yep. For
Yeah, the NFL draft was a couple
NFL.
few
Yeah.
days ago. So yeah.
Yeah, because it's I traveled to Phoenix a lot over the last 7 years, and now that you live here, and well, I live here and I work here, I don't have half the time to do much. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you get into your routine, and routine is work and catch up on all the stuff you can't do while you're not working,
Yeah.
and you don't have much time. So yeah, well, that's when you take vacations, and most people take vacations other places than where they live.
So now I'm trying to.
For a week of just doing whatever the hell you want to do,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
you
like,
go back and you live in your hometown for the other 350 days of the year, and you don't do anything.
yeah. So it's just, I know I'm gonna go to Denver because I got to go see Zach's place and do all that, and I think I'm planning on taking a trip to Seattle. I haven't been to Seattle as a tourist, just as Joe truck driver.
Yeah.
I need to go Joe tourist and
Yeah.
check out Seattle.
Seattle's a fun town. It's yeah.
You might not see any sun there though.
Right. Yeah. No, I've been there many times, and I've had to unfortunately tart many loads in that rain. But and I've hauled apples and Christmas trees and you name it. I've done it in Washington State. But I just just to go up there as Joe tourist would be kind of cool.
Yeah. It's a fun town. It would be a great town to go back with as a photographer now. And
Same thing with Toronto. I have some Toronto people that I've known over the years, and then some Toronto photographers online here on Google Plus, and there just seems like some very cool things to shoot in that city.
Toronto is a
The mayor.
fairly cosmopolitan type of city, so there's a lot of stuff going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the mayor, Mayor Ford.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he's quite the story all in and of himself.
See, I haven't been to Toronto since I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I did go as Joe truck driver a few times, but not that much. Just a few times to Toronto. But yeah, I would like to go Joe tourist and Joe photographer. Check that out. Yeah.
And we went there a couple years ago. I was very impressed with the highway system, let me tell you.
Really?
I was. Compared to back home where there was potholes everywhere.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah. Oh yeah. That's yeah. I'm not impressed with the roads here either.
Yeah, and it gets bad in the Northeast with all the salt and just traffic. Stuff gets chewed up so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as bad, half as bad here as it is like in Detroit, for Christ's sake. But it's still like the city roads, just around town in general, not necessarily the interstates or the highways, but the city roads. It can be pretty damn bad, man.
Yeah. Oh well, we can get out with our cameras and photograph it and document it. Say, hey, fix this.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Okay, guys, I've got the big green egg ready to go. I'm gonna cook some steak on that tonight. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Simmy's gonna go get some deep dish Chicago pizza right now, right?
No, you're gonna get a steak right now.
Steak?
Big
Dude,
giant steak.
Chicago has some legendary
Oh.
steak places,
Well,
man.
it is definitely.
For real. They do.
Are you going to a real Chicago steakhouse or like Ruth's Chris or something?
No, I'm gonna find a real one. Ruth Chris. Mess. You got those at home. You
Yeah.
can eat that at home.
There's some good ones. I can't think, but yeah, I mean, Chicago's a great restaurant town. If you like food,
They got a lot of good food, man. My God. I mean, whew.
whatever food you want, they got it, and they got a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, well, enjoy that steak, Wes.
We'll do.
Enjoy the sun of Florida,
Will do.
and I'm going to download that Lightroom thing this week and see what we can do for some panoramics. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah,
So,
works good.
all right, guys, have a good week.
All right, man. Peace out.
We'll see you next week. Take care,
Good
everybody.
night.
See ya.
Bye.